Welcome back to episode 3 of the Rozay audio experience. Today's a big one. I'm joined here by potentially the greatest content creator on the face of the earth, Mr. KFC Clash from the southern lands, Australia. Mr. KFC, also known as Ken. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am the great KFC Clash. I make YouTube videos. I play Clash Royale. I sometimes stream. That's it. That's it. That's my introduction. There you go. Live in Australia. 18, male, single. Hit me up.
Oh my god, what is this, a Tinder bio now? That took
I don't know,
okay.
I just saw this as an opportunity,
Yeah, don't put yourself out there, man. You never know. I got some female viewers. You never know. You got your really? Twitter underneath you for the video. Yeah, dude. The come on, look at me. Of course, I got female viewers. Look at me. It's obvious. I mean, anyone listening on the podcast, you're not going to be able to. I mean, you'll understand. Just check out my Instagram, man. I got some thirst traps on there at RoseGG.
You really flexed the Instagram.
I'm plugging, dude. I'm plugging already. We're a minute into the podcast. And we're doing the plugs. That's okay. At KFC Clash too, by the way. If we're equal opportunity, I'm here.
Wait, isn't your Instagram bigger than my YouTube? Wait, hang on.
No. My Instagram's at 10K. My Instagram is at 10K, almost at 10K. By the way, follow me on Instagram so I can use the swipe up function on my stories, please. Thank you. 50 subs or 50 followers away. Thank you.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I'm actually really excited for that, so I can tell people to swipe up on my stories, because right now I have to change the link in my bio all the time, and it's just it's not the play. It's super not the play. Okay, but anywho, we're already derailing, which is actually pretty normal for this podcast. But okay, so Mr. Tinder bio. So you are a big time YouTuber with how many subs?
Big time YouTuber. I have 22 or something. 22,000, I think, is the count.
Okay. You'd realize that's the size of an arena, right? Major sporting events, that's like a sellout arena.
That's pretty crazy when you think about it like that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Even when I'm streaming, I'll have if you have 100 viewers when you're streaming, picture 100 people behind you just watching you play.
Yeah,
it's kind of nerve-wracking, right? It's weird.
And there's 100 people just spectating you.
Yeah, they're watching your every move, judging your gameplay, just getting ready to grill you, and they're anonymous.
My retirement. I'm quitting. It's over.
That's it, dude. The pressure's too great. He's collapsing already. I shouldn't have said anything. Here we go. I just killed him.
My day.
Career's over. So anyway, okay. So you got 22K on YouTube. How long did it take you to get 22K?
This is a good question. So, do you want me to just go through my channel history?
I mean, we don't need to get technical here. Just 15-second answer. Okay, so yeah, go for it.
Basically, I started a YouTube channel for my clan. It was called Clash with Convicted. It was Australian clan. And basically, no one uploaded it, and I just uploaded. So I was like, all right, screw it. I'll change the password. And then I uploaded for a year, and I got to 100 subscribers. And
how many videos in that year?
A few. Maybe not 100. No, 1,000. Sorry, not 100. 1,000 is what I got to in a year. So
that's what I'm at.
That was I was nobody back then. I had no following on anything. So I basically made my following kind of through YouTube and Twitter. And then basically I stopped uploading for a while, and then I kind of kept uploading here and there. That's kind of what I've always done. And then one time I talked to Ash, and Ash basically told me if you want to succeed, if you want to make it not a hobby, you know what I mean? You have to upload daily. You have to. It's the only way, especially in for Clash. So I was like, all right, screw it. And it was a coincidence that I started uploading at the time that the 20 win challenge came out. So I had my balloon freeze deck, which was really off meta. And so it just all kind of worked out. You know what I mean? Starting daily uploads, the 20 win challenge, boosting views. And I had a perfect deck for it that was off meta and it was quite easy to play. So I just got thousands. And that's really where it started steamrolling. And I just kept it going from there till now, where I can now take a few days off, still have at least up to 10,000 people watch. But what I want to do is obviously just get 20K plus. That's get back to that and then keep growing. Because there was a point where I was getting 20,000 every video daily basis, and I want to get back to that. But then the reason it stopped was really just because of my not able to upload daily sometimes.
So how come you're not able to upload daily? With life just getting in the way, what's going on?
Yeah, it was just life getting in the way. Just, university, stuff like that. Even just seeing friends and not constantly playing the game,
Yeah, no. So you're in school right now? I didn't know that. I thought you were a full-time class streamer.
No, I go to university, yeah.
Yeah, a full-time student kind of thing?
Yeah, so not full. It's like, what do you mean by full time though?
Like, I don't know how you guys do it down there. Like, I think technically like 12 credit hours in the United States as a full-time student. Like, I don't know. It depends how many
Credit
hours
hours?
of
All right.
class you take. You know, like I don't know how you guys do it, but like I'm guessing that like you I don't know, like like you spend a lot of time in school. Like you don't have a job outside of that besides like YouTube.
Well, I could actually. Yeah, I could have a job. Like, I guess it's like part time. I guess then, because I like have. This is just the way I have it, but like most people who go to university like me here, they have their days like scheduled. So they have like one class on this day, they have one class on this day. But I managed to squeeze all my classes in 2 days. So I go in 2 days,
Oh.
and the rest of the time I'm off. That's just the way I like it, just
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
pretty
Oh, I
fun.
know people that did that. Yeah, they did like Tuesday, Thursdays, and they'd be there all day. But then Monday, Wednesday,
Yeah,
Friday, they'd have off. That's. I knew a bunch of people that
exactly,
did that.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's cool.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Good shit.
And yeah, I basically took a semester off. Now that's what I've had a lot of free time recently. But I started this year first semester because I basically came out of school and I was like, all right, jumping into semester one, and I wasn't feeling it. I was like, I've just finished my exams and stuff. I just want a break. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now, having a break, and I'm starting again next year, like January, February.
Okay. Gotcha. Taking a
So
little break. Yeah. No. All
that's
right.
where I'm at in
Sweet.
terms of that.
So you don't live on campus, right? You still just live at home.
No, I live at home. Not many people live on campus here. Hardly any. I don't know anybody who lives on campus here.
Really?
It's a
How
completely
come?
different way of. It's just lifestyle differences, I guess.
Is it just
Just
like
not what people.
like super expensive, so people just say fuck it and live at home kind of thing, or like literally you just like
Yeah, I mean, most of the universities are pretty local anyway. Not local, but like it's not that hard to get to them if you're not full time. I guess if you're full time, you could live there. Like there is accommodation there, and there are people that live there. It's just like the people I know don't. I don't know if that's just my friendship group or what.
mhm.
Yeah, I really don't know. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, because like most people, I don't know how familiar are you with the U.S. Like super
what was that?
familiar?
You cut out.
Yeah, every once in a while it'll cut out. It just happens. So if that happens, just like flag me down, because it happens both ways. So like, how familiar are you with like the U.S.?
I don't know, bro. All I know is movie stuff. Really, like I
Okay.
really
All right.
like
So
I've
like
been there when I was
semi
really young,
familiar.
but yeah,
Okay.
I'm
So,
not.
like most people here when they go to college, they probably live on campus unless they live
Yeah.
like really close to the college.
Mm.
It's just kind of a thing. Like even if you do live kind of close to the college, like commuting distance, a lot of people still live on campus just to get like the full experience, so they could just dive in, be away from their parents,
That's
be a complete degenerate for 4 to 5 years, sometimes 6, and you just
yeah.
soak it all in. I mean, it's like expensive as hell, but it's kind of part of the it's part of
That's
the
what I
gig.
thought it would be here, but it's just not the case. Like no one does that. None of my friends do that, and I was just like, oh, I guess that's just a stereotype. But I guess it's an American lifestyle. So
Yes, it's
I mean,
great.
there
It's
are people
incredible.
doing it here, but I don't know what it's like. It probably doesn't compare to the US because, like I say, not everyone does it. So
So does that mean like
yeah.
the nightlife at colleges is not like in the U.S. like the night it's like drinking 7 nights a week, parties every weekend. Like is it like that there too or not so much?
Well, I've only been at uni for one semester, and yeah, like I haven't really got involved that much. You know what I mean? Like to the point of partying and stuff. I've kind of just done my classes at the moment, made a few friends. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like big time getting involved in stuff like that, especially because I'm not living on campus. So yeah, I like haven't been involved in like parties with like college people. Well, I don't know what you call it, college, university, people
Yeah.
like that.
Okay. Yeah, and I got
Yeah.
you. It's just different places, man. Different. Speaking of different places, all right. It's a miracle that you're actually alive living in Australia. I think the Australia is the craziest place, dude. Like, do you know where I'm going with this?
Yes, snakes, spiders, all that, right?
Yeah, dude.
Well,
You're on an
okay.
island, right? You're surrounded by the creatures of the deep, man. You got all the sharks. You go 15 feet into the water, you got sharks everywhere. You have alligators and sharks. The alligators are conspiring with the sharks to drag
Nice,
people out
dude.
into the ocean.
Yeah, bro, there's kangaroos waiting. Like you go
Yeah,
outside.
as
And
soon as you open your door, you get kicked in the face with a kangaroo. You look
oh
down the
yeah,
street,
bro.
there's kangaroos fighting. You step one wrong way, you're on a scorpion. There's snakes in your bed.
Exactly.
Like it's just what's going on, man? You got
Yeah, bro.
spiders the size of my
There's
head.
scorpions like pinching at your feet as you come out. There's snakes sizzling. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's like what's
honestly,
going
like
on?
so basically, you'll see a spider here or there, like around your room. That's pretty standard. Like just like a couple little webs in the corner or something. It's rare that like you'll see a big spider. Like I don't know, what do you consider big?
Okay, so like the average spider here is probably like the size of okay, I was gonna say like a U.S. quarter, like a little coin, you know, like something like this, you know, just like a
Yeah,
little...
yeah, that's all you'll see here, unless you're like you're out in the bush and you see like sometimes, dude, I'll be out in like not like I'm out in the bush often, but if I'm going hiking or I'm out in the bush, you'll see like one of these massive spider webs with like spider like this big, the size of my hand. I'll be like, what the fuck is that?
No,
I'm
that's
staying away from that
fucked.
thing, bro.
It's actually
Like,
fucked
get
here.
fucked. There's no
There's
way I'm
no
going
way.
near that.
Yeah. So
But
when you say the bush, what is that? Like the forest?
it's
Like the
just like
mountains?
the wild, the outback sort of. It's like more isolated, just like rural area. You know what I mean? Those buildings and
Okay,
stuff.
yeah, that's what
But
I figured.
with snakes, yeah, with snakes, you can find them pretty like they're pretty rare. But like if you go through like a really shallow kind of bushy area, like that's kind of restricted, um, you'll see like you won't see them, but like there'll probably be snakes in there. You know what I mean? Like
Uh,
it's
that's
not like they're
crazy.
everywhere. It's not like you see
Are they
them
like
often. In
garden
fact,
snakes?
I don't even know. Like I haven't seen a snake in years, dude. Like
Really? Look
it's
at
not
you.
often that I just don't see them. Maybe I'm just like it's just my like you don't see them. You know what I mean?
That
Like
I was under the wrong impression. Oh, we just gotta take a minute here. Yo, Colton, thanks for the big boy host, man. 260 viewers. Thank you guys. Everyone just coming in. We're recording a podcast right now. I'm not gonna cut this
man.
audio out of the podcast, but you know that was a big boy host. We gotta take a minute to appreciate that. Thank you.
who was
Thank you,
that,
bro.
Colton?
Yeah, Colton dropped the big boy. So we're gonna record this podcast, and then after that, I'm
Yeah.
gonna start streaming Clash. So just hang tight, guys. We're getting to know our good friend KFC here.
Yeah, let's
The
go.
great land down on. I'm sure you guys all know him. You know, he's big time compared to me. So if you know me, you
Let's
definitely
go.
know him.
No, I'm joking.
So you don't see this dude, because like maybe it's just me. Maybe my imagination runs wild a little bit more than it should. But like there's like this thing here where like if you're in Australia, like you got to watch your ankles and stuff, kind of thing. You know, like
No, dude, watch your ankles. What are you talking about?
yeah,
No.
you know, yeah.
You're fine. You don't walk out into the grass. It's like, oh, shit, where's the nearest snake, dude? No, there's no snakes. The spiders you barely see, like they're midget, bro, and they're harmless and like you don't like you do often see like small ones like every now and then around your house, but it's just you're fine. There's like nothing, dude. The insects here are overhyped and like a stereotype. It's really not that bad, to be honest. That's
And another thing that I didn't know about Australia is that like everyone lives on the coast, right? So like Australia is like this big
Everyone lives
ass
on the
island, the coast, like around the outside.
oh no, not
didn't know-
everyone. Like
Well, I mean, like
it's
most
nice,
people, like
man.
like Australia is like this big ass place, but like
Yeah.
it's not all populated. You know, there's like a lot of
Yeah,
no man's land kind of thing. I didn't know that. I thought it was all
Yeah, I
kind
live
of.
on the
I thought it was a
coast,
lot
yeah,
smaller. I thought it was a lot smaller to begin with, and I thought it was all kind of just like populated, but apparently it's not.
No, no,
didn't know
no. I live like on the coast. Like obviously, if you go inland, completely like desert, like sun's beating down. There's rusting shit. It's just like bushes and like road and like it's so crazy. And like it's what you'd think Australia is, but like where I live, it's nice. It's like the ocean breeze. Like most people live on the ocean. That's why like it's the most popular area because it's the nicest to live in Australia. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
Yeah, no, I've got some Australian
like-
viewers too, and I asked them about it. I'm intrigued because that's the thing with Australian viewers. You know they're Australian because it's the first thing they tell you when they come into your chat. So I always know. They always are like, hey, by the way, Bob the Big here, and I'm Australian.
Nice.
I swear to God, that and people from Europe, they're always like, I think it's Germany. The Germans always say hello.
I
I'm
think
from
because they
Germany.
know you're not Australian or European, they want to clarify because I think they know you're
Yeah.
Australian.
And especially because I stream late too, so like when a German pops into my chat when I'm streaming, it's like 5 a.m. their time or something. So they're like, I already know that they're kind of nutty.
yeah,
I mean, you can relate to them. You're nutty. You stay up crazy late. Chat.
yeah.
We were talking before the stream. This guy KFC, his sleep schedule is literally non-existent. Like this dude just pulls all nighters he's pulling an all nighter right now. How long has it been? What are you going on? Like 24 hours straight right now?
I don't even know when I slept.
Yeah, exactly. This guy, he literally can't. It's a miracle that he's holding any sort of conversation because this guy has not slept in
I kinda feel
basically
like
a
AIDS,
century.
though.
Yeah, well, I
Like,
mean,
sore
I mean,
throat, like
I got the sore throat too, man. This whole voice call we're in right now is just illnesses. I feel like we're getting each other sick
bro.
from across the globe. My
Yeah,
throat hurts, your throat hurts. Well, the good news is you look good. You're playing it off fine. Nobody could tell.
Thanks. Maybe I'll stay a bit back so you don't see so much of my face.
Yeah, no, we got to get up in the camera now so we can see all of your pores. Okay,
Oh
come on,
please.
focus.
Oh yes. Oh
Yeah.
man. The greatest
Get all up in
podcast.
there. Get all up in
Gonna
there,
come
yeah.
real close.
Yeah, everyone listening right now that doesn't have the video to go with it is confused as hell, but that's okay. That'll just intrigue them to check out the YouTube channel. Rozay Clash Royale on YouTube.
Yeah,
dude, I gotta drop in some shameless plugs. You know, you get the promotion. You know, you gotta spread your audience so that way if one platform dies, you know.
Let's keep promoting.
I'm telling you, that, hey man, you know, we got the platform. We got the
platform. Should be your goal.
well.
Just get every guest to promote yours, like within the podcast.
Exactly. Hey, you know, that might be my scheme. You never know. That's the grandmaster plan. Yeah, but this guy KFC's been up for 2,800 hours basically. The dude doesn't sleep. His last meal was like this crazy Australian burger that had like toenail clippings on it and shit. Like I don't know what he sent me a picture of it.
What is that?
It was crazy,
is that
bro.
Stereotype by the point. Is that just?
I don't think it's an Australian thing either. I think it's just him. He had a special order. He gave him special instructions. Make sure these toenail clippings are nice and prime. Make sure that they haven't been clipped in a while. Like, extra long.
Slimes and
he had to pay. His meal was kind of expensive. It cost extra for the long toenails. Instead of the short toenails. It was crazy. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. But
what are you talking about, man?
I don't. I'm trying to wrap my head around it too. You tell me. It was your burger.
My burgers, like what? You think I wanted a burger with toenail clippings? Because
hey, I mean, I'm just vocalizing the picture that you sent me, man. That's all I took away from it. I don't know what it was.
All right, buddy.
There was something on it. I don't know what it was. Chat, trust me on this one. All right, trust me. There was something fishy about that burger. The fries look good, but the burger, I don't know, man. There was what's going on there. Okay. Anywho, that's enough of that. Okay, so all right, so riddle me this. What's your plan? Like, is CRL in your plans? Like, you gonna try and go pro? Have you ever tried to go pro? Or are you just gonna be content creator, Andy? Like, what's going on here? Like, what's up?
As a wise man called Bag once said, you want to be a player who's a content creator, not a content creator that's a player. So I'm gonna try and like become better, keep playing, try and get to the level I want to be at, so that my content's better, basically. CRL, I really couldn't care less, to be honest. Like, it seems like it takes away from content for like a minor pay that I'm like, not minor, but just like for a pay that like forces your whole life to change.
Yeah, you get a shit ton of exposure though. I mean, any of the guy, if you got the CRL platform,
you get credibility as well. But like,
you get the cosign, you could get like Twitter verification depending on what org you're with. You get there's definitely some pros and cons.
Content you can get to that stage anyway. That's my outlook on it. Like, if you look at big content creators, like
you gotta get Chief big though.
CWA, but yeah,
those guys.
I really need to go to the toilet for a second.
Oh my god! Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'll entertain the chat. Go ahead. Oh my god! All right,
you got
podcast. This guy literally just took a shit. This guy literally just took a shit before we started. This guy's unbelievable. He stayed up for 26 hours to get this podcast done because like there's a 13-hour time difference between us, right? And this guy stayed up to make it happen. So right now when we're recording this, it's 9 p.m. for me. It's 10 a.m. for him on the next. He's living in the future. This guy stayed up that long. Literally, what was it? It was 45 minutes ago. I'm like, all right, bro, you ready to go? And I tried calling him on Discord. No answer. He pings me back. Hang on, bro, I'm on the toilet. I'm like, dude, what's going on? He had to take a nasty. Okay, he was releasing the demons, but apparently he didn't get them all out. He's got some more demons here, so I don't know what's going on with this guy. I don't know. It's probably the toenails are getting to him, the digestive tract. I don't think we as humans are meant to digest our own toenails or that of others. But hopefully he's just taking a Wizarooski. But either way, we will be back momentarily. I'm not going to edit this out of the podcast audio. This is completely raw and organic, so all you guys listening know that this is raw and organic. There is no editing here. There is no fakeness. Okay, he's back. Okay. Wow, yeah, I was entertaining the chat just fine. Wait, okay, so that was just a number one, right? You didn't try to dump it. Okay. All right, cool.
Yes, I would be concerned otherwise. But so back to the question. I pretty much just want to be like the biggest like mobile content creator, I guess. Like that would be the goal, and I feel like Clash Royale is a pretty nice way to get it because obviously with Twitch, it's not like some bigger games like Fortnite where there's this stacked recommended page with channels all the way for pages and pages. Like you can stream and you can show up on the directory straight away. So if you happen to be known or a pro or like entertaining enough, you can like, get on that thing, and you just have to like be consistent. That's what stream's all about. get up, bang. That's one platform. If you consistently daily on other platforms, you consistently daily on YouTube, consistently daily on, like you say, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Like eventually, you can't lose. You know what I mean? But
Dude,
for me, it's important.
Go ahead.
For me, it's important though. Like I want to stay like good at the game. Like I need to make sure that is like, because it's easy to like all the other things is quite easy to keep going regardless of like if you stop. But if you stop and you get like if you fall behind, it can be hard to catch up. Like you have to invest so much. Like you could. The thing with this game is like you have to invest so like you don't see it from the perspective of like a pro sometimes, but like who makes content, but like you have to stay up to date and like compete with these guys who are grinding like all the time, whilst you're also having to live your daily life and do all the content. 20 like every day because you have to. You have to do it every day. You know what I mean? If you really want to get somewhere.
I hear you.
Well, that's what I want to do to get somewhere. So, yeah, it's the hardest thing for me is like being able to like keep improving. Really, not like it's not hard to improve it. I'm just like finding time, and wanting.
Yeah, it's very time because you got to be very good with your time management skills. Because you got, like you said, you're in university.
Get better with my time management, like self-discipline, dude. Like you may not think of it. It's like it's not like a big thing you'd think about, but like. Dude, time management, self-discipline, like routine is the biggest thing, bro. Routine.
Yeah, no, if you can get into a good routine and keep that grinding, oh my god, you're like unstoppable. But getting in that routine and like sticking with it.
In life though, like routine is the key.
Yeah, it's the same as the gym, man. Like I'm looking a little scrawny right now, not gonna lie. I used to be a little bit buffer back in my prime, but I just kind of I got out of the routine. I started streaming and got in the streaming routine, which is not exactly the healthiest lifestyle to choose.
It's not. It's really not.
But here we are,
It's down it's all about balance.
100%. But getting back to your point, but yes, so your goal is like to become like a full-time content creator and like have that pay your bills kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. No, dude, Clash Royale is a good entry point for that. Like I've said it before. I think Clash Royale. I think we could all agree like Clash Royale is kind of past its prime kind of thing. You know what I mean? But it's still like even for me, like I'm far from a pro player. I'm very far from a pro player. But I've still been able to like build at least a decent size, like a respectable size audience, just by grinding it out. And like I'm decent at the game. I'm not awful.
You just gotta look at like the bigger channels. And if you see them pulling hundreds of thousands of views every day, you're like, well, I can
that's at least possible. Yeah. So that's like the that's the pinnacle. We're not gonna get those kind of numbers. You also gotta
do stuff that like people aren't already doing. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to go for like, entertaining and good at the game. You know what I mean? I feel like that is kind of like although there are like players like Tag, but I want to be like I also want to do like really high ladder. You know what I mean? Like really high ladder and entertaining. I feel like that is like.
That's the sweet spot,
everyone wants to see. Because the thing is, like, pros can watch that, casuals can watch that,
everybody
can watch that.
Everybody,
that's the thing. That's the perfect thing. If you're entertaining and it's high ladder, like,
that's it. That's it. So I think I'm decently entertaining. And my head is expanding here as I say that. I don't know. I can't. I don't like to say that, but okay. I think I'm decently entertaining, but I just need to do my account's not
through your content.
Right, yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm not gonna form an opinion, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I get it. Well, just know that people don't watch me for the gameplay. All right, I think that's very clear. I think the chat will be very quick to agree with that. They're not here for the gameplay. My gameplay is decent. I usually am hovering right around top 10k, so it's not like I'm some crazy ass bum, but like it's not top 200 gameplay by any means. The problem is, I don't like practice. I don't get coaching because I don't play competitive, right? So I don't really grind out like you do, where you're trying to like work the meta and find the best deck and work all these micro interactions. Like I don't do that. I kind of just learn as I play, and every once in a while the chat will give me a suggestion. Yeah, so like I'm a little bit more entertaining aspect. I like to think so. So I dick around a whole lot on my stream. And I had a point with this, and I don't remember where I was going. I totally derailed.
Wait, do you know Wonder Brad? He used to upload Clash Royale.
I've heard the name, but I don't know him.
I'd say he's about at like your level when he played Clash Royale. Like he would hover around top like 10k. He would get a bit higher sometimes. Sometimes he would be lower, but like he would edit his videos like really well, and he would upload daily on YouTube. And he got really like he started getting like 10,000 plus on his like Road to Champion series. Like I reckon like if you're fully committed to YouTube, that is like your easiest way. It depends what your goal is though, but like yeah.
I'm just trying to take my I don't really give a shit about Twitch, YouTube. Well, I mean, I don't care what platform is like the vehicle to, I just want to grow my brand. I'm doing air quotes, brand as big as possible. So like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, these are all factors in the equation of growing my reach and audience and brand and whatever else you want to say, right? So that's my goal. So I get that YouTube, like for right now, Twitch has been like my main vessel. Like that is my core. Instagram's kind of, I don't want to say taking over that, but I mean like the following is growing.
Your Instagram's big, bro.
But like Twitch is still my main thing, right? I put the most time and effort into Twitch. And I've been slacking on YouTube. I got like 1K subs and I have like a dozen uploads or something like that. But like I don't know how to edit videos, so I can't do any like crazy edits.
You gotta teach yourself, bro.
That's the thing. I don't have time. I don't know. I know you don't know me that well. I work a full-time job Monday through Friday, and then I come home.
Cut out, sorry.
Okay, I work a full-time job Monday through Friday, and I like to have some resemblance of a social life, and I like to get into the gym whenever I can. So like, and I stream every night or every weeknight. So like, my time is very, very, very limited. So I don't make my own thumbnails. I just can't. Editing videos, like I can do basic editing, just like cutting and that kind of shit. But like doing any advanced edits, there's no way, and I don't have the time for that, to be honest.
It just depends like how bad you want it. You know what I mean? Like you can always do it. You know what I mean? It doesn't even come down to your, outsourcing whatever you want. Like literally editing can come down to just snipping, snip, twice.
Yeah, I could do that kind of
intro.
edit. Yeah. No, I don't know the Wonder Bread guy, but like I don't know how crazy his edits were.
I was just using Wonder Bread as an example. Yeah, he spends hours on his editing, but like you can. Well, that's where it's tricky. Then you'd probably have to mix up your content. That's the good thing about like when you're good, you don't need to do tons of editing because like people just come for your gameplay a lot of the time. But yeah, you'd have to find your niche, really. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, that's the thing. I'm thinking like
niche. Like you never know.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This podcast is gonna, it's gonna take me to the stratosphere. That's the plan. But I'm just trying to do everything I can on all the platforms. Speaking of all the platforms, because here, actually, I want to get this point out because it's been on my mind for like 20 minutes now, but it relates to all this. Like the reason I want to do this is because the internet is like, to me, the internet is, I think we all underestimate it. Like it's insane. It's really insane.
It is, bro.
And like, right now, getting an audience on the Instagram, I think that you will always be able to monetize or like use. It sounds bad, but like hear me out. You'll always be able to like monetize that following, right? So if you were to amass 1 million followers right now, and then you just went on a hiatus for the next 2 years, you could come back and still like monetize that in some way, obviously to a smaller degree, but like just having that, like the internet right now is like buying real estate in like 100 years ago in like New York City. Like that's the way I look at it. So I'm trying to like scoop it all up right now because I think that you're going to be able to like use that forever, basically. So that's my play.
A crazy way of looking at it.
And like, I'm trying to do it around something I enjoy too, which is video games. I've been passionate about that for a very long time. So that's kind of the channel I'm taking. Because I graduated college a couple years ago. And, I got the full-time big boy job, and I've been doing that for a couple of years, and I still do that. But I'm like, I don't want to be one of those guys that does the 40 years to retirement. I look forward for the weekends. I look forward to retirement. I don't want to do that. So I'm kind of going a little hard on this at the demise of my own sleep schedule, which is probably it's probably as bad as yours. It's not as crazy, but yeah, it's not great. That's for sure.
Gonna be up later. Well, no, I believe you don't have to sacrifice sleep and your well-being to do what you want to do. Like you just have to be really efficient with your time, stick to a schedule, make sure you're doing what you want to do each day, and then you'll be able to grow. Like what do you do? Run me through an average day of what you do.
I wake up at like 7:30, 7:45. I get to work around 9, leave work around 5, the classic 9 to 5 thing. And then I get home, I usually like eat dinner. Some days I'll go to the gym. So on the days I go to the gym, it's like, I get home probably 7:30ish by the time, I got to shower and eat dinner and all that stuff. So once that's all done, it's usually around 8 o'clock. And I start streaming at 9 every night. And I go 9 to between midnight and 1 a.m. And then obviously I sleep from probably around 1:30 a.m. to 7:45 the next day. And that's the average day. So like there's not a whole lot of free time there. The weekends are my biggest free time, and I definitely could be more like, if I really track my minutes, obviously, like I think anyone could say that they really have more free time if they spend a couple little less time on Instagram or whatever the case may be. But I also like to have a social life and to have some downtime and kind of just relax and chill a little bit. So, but I mean, it's not like I'm sitting here with my thumb in my ass all day. I'm definitely doing a lot
stuff. Yeah, you could consider like doing stuff such as like maybe cutting a bit off your stream start so that you can get a YouTube video out before you start streaming, because you stream for 3 hours, but YouTube videos don't take that long to make. You know what I mean? Like it could take an hour. You got to record it, you got to edit it, you got to make a thumbnail, and you got to upload it. It's a few steps.
I outsource my thumbnails, so that's fine. You could scratch that. And the editing, it doesn't take that much. Yeah, that's not going to take much. I don't know, 20 minutes to edit it realistically. But what I think I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start.
It won't take 20 minutes.
I'm not very good at editing, just to do basic chops.
No, bro. No, trust me, bro. Like, you get this software called Resolve. Like, you literally just chop like 3 times. Like, it's so easy. It's literally so basic. You literally click the little chop tool and you just like select on the clip. And you can chop exactly where you want it, and then bang, you're editing.
No, I have Adobe Premiere Rush, which is like the basic.
You have what?
Adobe Premiere Rush, which is like Adobe Premiere, but like super dumbed down, where you can only do basic stuff, but like the interface is clean. So like I can do it fairly quick. Dude, it's $10 a month. I don't really give a fuck. Like it's
no, bro. You don't need to be paying for that though.
I'm telling you,
for free.
I like the interface, and I'm familiar with it. And like without sounding like a complete prick, like money's not really a problem, so I'm just comfortable with it. And I just want to keep rolling with that. I don't want to have to start.
Fair enough. I'm just saying, because I've tried Premiere Pro, I've tried Final Cut, and I know Resolve is free and I know it's easy. But yeah, it's just preference. If you want to do that, that's fair enough. But yeah, I was just thinking maybe you could fit in a YouTube channel somewhere, because like a YouTube video a day, like you need to like fit in YouTube if you want to be doing.
Here's my plan with that. I have a plan. Is I'm gonna start. I'm gonna like how like Sir Tag does. He like records his videos. Like okay,
cut out.
Are we good? We good? You hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so how like Sir Tag does, where he can he records his videos while he's streaming. I feel that's realistically the only way that I could sustain long term is posting to YouTube on a regular basis, is record the videos while I'm streaming. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. So like even today after I stream, I've got the thumbnail already. I just need to like get the gameplay, and then after the stream, go ahead.
The thing about Tag is when Tag streams, he talks as if he's always making a video.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. It's no problem.
You know what I mean, though? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know what do you mean?
Like, he's treating every game like it's a part of a YouTube video. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Unless he screws up, then it's back to like casual. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's the thing. I'm not gonna do it like him. Like, I'm not gonna do, because like he's way more skilled than I am. So he does all his placements and like why he's doing things. So I definitely do that. I give general guidance as to what I'm doing just to remain relevant, but I'll also kind of like dick around. Like my commentary will be a little more casual. So it'll basically just be what I do. That's my style. So that I'll just do that. So then as long as I get the gameplay, then I'll just pick, I don't know. When you do a YouTube video, how many games do you usually like display in it? Like 3 games? Is that a fair?
I used to do like 3 or 4 games, then I decided to do a bit more because people wanted to see longer videos. I'm like, all right, better for the channel. People want to see longer videos. Yeah, people were like, I want to see 20, 30-minute videos, because I would just like push ladder and people just want to see it, even if it's not that high. Like people just want to see like ladder pushing because they can relate to it. It's the main game mode. Like everyone pushes ladder, and I guess they just want to see someone who like is entertaining, can push ladder higher than them, and like can try any deck, like a different deck every day. Sometimes it's their deck, and like, yeah, just like long sessions, I guess, feel more personal and more like they can just put it in the background, do their stuff, and it's there. You know what I mean? Kind of like when you're streaming, people just have it in the background.
Yeah.
But video, like a 10-minute video, people, I guess, feel like they have to focus, sit down, watch it for 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That kind of. I've gotten some feedback, and I could see like CWA, he always does like minimum 20 minutes kind of thing. So I definitely get that longer videos do better. I just figured like 15 to 20 minutes was the wheelhouse, but I mean, hey.
Yeah, I reckon that's a good range, 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah. I didn't mean like too long. I didn't mean like 40. I mean like up to 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it depends on if all the games go to overtime or like stuff like that too. I guess it depends.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. But yeah, I think you really should start YouTube. Like, it's also like the biggest way to make money for sure.
oh well, that's the thing. Like, do you swear in your YouTube videos? Because you could get demonetized for that, right?
No, I don't swear on YouTube at
Okay.
all.
So then you're, I don't know what it is, like CPM or whatever. Like you probably got to, like I saw, Buffaret? Is that how you say it? Buffaretti?
Yeah, both already. Yeah,
Buffaretti, is that how it is? Okay, I've heard both. Buffaretti. Okay, final answer. So, he's
yeah.
got like, his whatever rate is like in the double digits, like $10 to $20 range per thousand views, I think it is. Is that how the metrics?
I think it's like $1 per
Not for
thousand
him.
views.
Not for him. Most people is. I think the boss is in like the $2 to $3 range, but
I think mine's like $4.
yeah, I think that's where most people are. I think you're actually good for most people, but like for whatever reason, I don't know what he does, but like I guess it's
20.
between 10 and 20. He tweeted a picture of it. If you go to his media on his Twitter, like he kind of blurted out so you can only see like that it's 4 digits. It's in the teens.
What?
Yeah, so I don't know what he does. I'm guessing he doesn't swear. I'm guessing that I'm guessing that most people watch all the way through his video. I'm guessing that some people don't like click skip on his ads. Like I'm sure he's doing everything right to really hit that algorithm. But like
That means he's making like $10 to $20 for every 1,000 views. Obviously, like video posts keep getting thousands of views. Like once he's posted them, you know what I mean? It's all stacks up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Wow,
no,
I
so
didn't
he's
know that was
doing well.
possible.
Yeah, I didn't either. To me, that was insane. But I mean, you could check his Twitter. It's there. Just go. It was like I think it was like last week. Just go through his media. It's there.
Yeah, I'll have a look after. That's crazy. I didn't realize
it's nutty.
get that high.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about monetizing. I mean, it's definitely great and it's definitely on my mind, but it's not like, I have a full-time job too, so that's not my motivation. But yeah, it's definitely a factor, especially if I'm trying to do this full-time a few years down the road, because realistically, that's how long it's going to take.
Yeah, obviously, I don't do it for the money. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't be doing it like this, and I wouldn't be wanting to grind the game if I did. I just want to be the biggest, and then I want to be the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
dude, I'm telling you, it's the chase, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck about the money, like at all. I don't think I
yeah,
understand.
like,
It
of
kind of, and
course,
that's the funny thing, man, is when you don't care about the money, it seems like
yeah,
more
I'm
money
literally in
starts
that
to come
situation
your
where I
way.
don't care about the money, like literally.
But then more money starts to like that. It's weird. You know what I mean? Like when you
I'm at
don't
that
care.
point where it's like I've actually made some money from like YouTube and stuff, and I'm just like I never did it for money, and I I don't really care. You know what I mean? It's just nice to have like extra money there. You know what I mean? But like,
No, it is nice
I'm
to be
just
able
like,
to say, like I spent all this time on it, and it wasn't just for fun or whatever. Like
yeah,
it's
you
not a
can
ton
prove
of
that
money,
you're
but I
actually
mean,
getting
it's
somewhere.
it's something. It's cool just to be able to play video games and have something at the end and be like, look, I'm
Yeah.
kind of legitimate.
Well, I'll tell you this: when I was uploading on getting 20K like a month ago or so, like I was making more than my friends at their jobs, so that felt pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if your thing was what $4 per thing, so 20K view, that's like $100 US. So I mean, that's like it's good money. That's like
Like
a lot.
it was good. Like yeah, it was adding up. Like 20,000 people coming back every day. Like realistically, I should have kept going. Like I'm gonna try and build that back up again, obviously. And by the way, this is a huge opportunity for you right now, right? I think you should start YouTube right now because we're heading into the Christmas holidays. This is where you blow up, man. This is where ad rates are massive. This is where everyone's watching. You have a massive opportunity. Like I'm gonna be sure to daily upload, like I'm gonna try and daily upload throughout all of December. Like this is a big chance to grow. They dip it. Like I remember Ash saying this when I was kind of like starting. Like getting advice from him like earlier the year, but like bro, ad rates are high. Like people are watching. Like it's madness. It really.
And
is
that's you combine that with the CRL World Finals that are coming up too. So there's gonna be a lot of attention just on Clash Royale. And, well, here's the thing. Like I'm not even monetized on YouTube yet because like I literally just hit 1,000 subs. So like they have to review my application.
I'm just saying, like yeah.
So like I think I have to have a certain. I can't even apply for monetization yet. I have to have a certain amount of watch hours like total in the last
4,
year.
000.
Yeah, and I literally have like 12 videos, so like I don't have that yet.
Yeah.
But obviously, the only way to do that is more videos. So
I was like
gotta
at a
step it up.
stage where I was like, come on, this is gonna be the year. You know, I'm gonna get 4,000 hours this year. But like when that 20 win thing hit, like I was just like, bang, 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 it's done. You know what I mean? It felt really good.
I just need to upload more regularly. That's all there is to it.
We just need to upload at least 3 times a week, I'd say. Like you can even do that. You know what I mean? Like go to the gym.
You cut
It
out
just
there,
comes
say that
down to,
again.
oh, you can go to like upload 3 times a week or something, and the other days you can go to the gym. As long as you
Oh yeah,
stick to a
that's my
routine.
plan. Like I stream 4 days a week, and I think that if I pull a YouTube video from if I record one YouTube video during each stream, there's 4 right there a week, right? And I think
I
that
think it's
that's
more
pretty
important.
sustainable.
I think it's more important to upload than stream on YouTube
You're
than to
probably right.
stream on Twitch.
You're probably right
So
because
like
there's way more room for growth on YouTube than there is on Twitch.
hmm anyone can watch YouTube whenever, and like I feel like that is pretty powerful. And like
It's easier
you,
to scale because it's passive-ish. Nothing's really passive, but it's more passive.
what do you mean? What do you mean by
like
passive?
like to grow on Twitch, you have to grind, and like the more you stream, the more you grow, right? But on YouTube, it's kind of you throw a video out there and then
Oh, bro, no. Like you do think of it like that, but no. Right, YouTube is the biggest grind. Like I remember when Boss came on YouTube, like obviously there was the hype, like he built up, he had the momentum, he was like 20K, 50K, like 100K, 50K, like he was getting like 30K, and then he kind of hit this barrier, like he kind of hit the same point I was at, and it's just kind of like flat lines. It's like 20K, 20K, 10K, 10K, like you start going up a little bit, you start going down. This is like 8K, a couple of videos, you do one video, it's like bad, 5K, and then you back up, you get a good one, 20K. But like, yeah, you just got to get out of that time and really wait for something good in the game to hit, and then hit that growth period, and then you get back up to like, I don't know, you hit averaging 20K, now you're averaging 50K, and you dip at 20K, and the next big thing happens. Oh, no, you just got to be there. You got to be like, you have to be like daily uploading before that hits, so that when you do, like, I was lucky with the 20 win challenge to actually, that was like the growth of my channel. That's where I actually like, people started watching me, you know what I mean? Like, not just
Mhm.
like a few hundred.
yeah, I definitely
Like
there's
going
no
from
way around it. I gotta go.
100,000.
I gotta go crazy on it. Wait, have you ever had a 100,000 video?
Yeah, I have one with 200K, I think. I think
Shit.
that's my most popular. Yeah, I knew what I was doing with that one. I saw one of my, like, I'm gonna get it up right now. I saw one of my other videos was like, um, what was it? Let me just get the title up. So it was called 2019 Best Deck to Get Trophies Fast. Top
Yeah,
decks, and it has,
that sounds like it would pop off. Just the algorithm would love that. I feel like.
well, I made another one like that, didn't do so well, but basically the one I made 2 years ago that did it was called Best Deck to Get to Legendary Arena. Easy. It has the trophy range. It has best deck under it. It has a little arrow pointing from Jungle Arena to Legendary Arena, and that got 33,000. That was my top video at the time. So I was like, all right, well, I'm popping off on YouTube at the moment. So if I can get these views onto that video, and I can make it like a good video, because like it comes down to watch time as well. So people have to watch, and like I can share like a kind of controversial like deck, and I can title it well. I know this formula works. So then I did it, and it kind of did worse than my other videos at the start, but like, because people are like, oh, best deck, 29 fast, yeah, whatever. It's not a deck. It doesn't show a deck I want to see. It's not being certain with what I want to see on YouTube. Like, it's not actually. So I was just showing decks daily, and then it dips, and then bang, all of a sudden, boom, 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 exponential, it just grows. It's weird. YouTube algorithm is so random, dude. Like, you'll never know what's gonna do well, what's not. You never know, like, if YouTube video is gonna go left, right, up, down, spin in circles. You don't even know, dude.
Yeah, no, I see. You know Night Owl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him on Twitter all the time. He's always like doing screenshots of like he thought it was gonna be a really good video, and he put a ton of hours into it. He thinks the content's great. He throws it up, and the YouTube algorithm
cut out. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Jesus Christ, Discord did it last time too.
And you're back.
Yeah, well, he's always like tweeting about on Twitter, like, he'll put like a ton of time into a video. He'll think the quality's great. He'll think the content's unique or whatever, and then the algorithm doesn't like it for whatever reason, and he's just sitting there like, what the fuck? And then he'll do like this random video, and the algorithm will like it, and it'll get a shit ton of views. And it'll just be like, dude, I don't know, like, what the hell? What's going on? It's like random.
It seems simple. It's like if people can watch it, if people stay watching it, like, I don't know, bro. It's like the longer people can watch it, the better it's going to do generally, because more like people are staying on their site more. They want to like recommend it to as many people on their site as possible. That's the goal, keep as many people on the site as possible, keep people in the loop. So it's just simple. Like, now that I think about it, actually, I've just thought about what I need to do. I just thought about it. Like,
You just had like an
video,
epiphany.
yeah, I just had an epiphany. I was like thinking every video of mine that does well, I always go fast. I'm like, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to be playing this deck, and I go bang straight into a ladder match. There's no time breathing room. There's no like
Captures their attention right away, and then you're into the action.
Yeah,
So
and then you're like in, and yeah, you just like start talking, get into the game, and bang, all of a sudden they're watching, and they probably won't start watching for at least like 3 minutes or something to give it a go. But even 3 minutes for like the lowest click off is like pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, it just comes down to like keeping people for as long as possible, dude. Like, honestly, like back in the day, guys, like for people watching, like YouTube used to all be about click, 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 refresh, refresh. But now, like, if you click on someone's video and refresh and click and refresh, that's bad for that channel, bro.
Yeah, because then their average watch time goes down, which is like one of the core metrics.
The biggest thing, yeah. Watch time is the biggest thing. It's all about maintaining people's attention. So
yeah, if you could keep them on there as interested for as long as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and remember this for tomorrow's video. I gotta like remember, just like start it off sharp. You know what I mean?
So what do? You usually just do like a quick deck intro and then jump into the action, right? Like just kind of explain what's going on.
It's so routine. I'll be like, how's it going, guys? KFC Clash here. Today we're gonna this deck. As you can see, it is a deck that's been good in the past, blah, blah, blah. It's a new deck. Why is it good? Like, I think I need to like kind of calm down with like blah, blah, blah about the deck. I'll be like, oh, this is the deck. And I'll kind of just queue up and kind of try and, it depends on the level of gameplay. If I'm playing a grand challenge, maybe I'll like kind of talk about it at the start. But if it's ladder, I'll be like, all right, I'm going into ladder. I need to focus. That's the downside about ladder. Like, whilst it is good gameplay, it's like, it's also harder to be entertaining because you have to be so focused on the game if it's high, like really high ladder.
Right. Yeah, it's hard for like Sir Tag is like one of the best I've seen at it, where like being able to talk and commentate your moves while you're playing. Like, I have a very difficult time doing that. Like, if I have to really grind out a win and focus, I have a very difficult time like talking clear and concise too while doing that. Like, how are you with that? You able to handle that just fine, or?
I'm pretty good at that. Yeah, like
lucky you.
Oh, it's not luck. I reckon it just comes down to.
Yeah, no, because you're definitely like way better at the game than me, so you're probably more comfortable. Like, you know the interactions better, so you don't have to think as hard.
No, like you can just go through your mindset, what you're thinking. Players, you just read out what you're thinking. Like, I'm playing a princess in the opposite lane. Why? You don't say I don't know. It's like because I don't want him to get spell value on my tower as well as so that it can attack.
See, that's the thing. You're literally just better at the game than me. So half the time, like I will just make a play, and I'm just like I don't know what to do.
Cut out. You're completely cut out.
Okay, yeah, no, I said you're better at the game than me. I was gassing you up. I was like, yeah, you're better at the game than me. So like half the time, well, not half the time, but like more often than I'm proud to say, I'll make a play, and I'll just be like, dude, I don't know what to do right now. I'm kind of just making a play.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
You know, like you're way better at the game than me, so it's
no, but that's fair enough. You know
second nature for you.
You say what you're thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, no, that's exactly what I do. It's just the end content comes out a little bit different. Yeah, you know.
So you're like, all right. I'm playing this. Okay, so I'm probably gonna play this princess in the back because I fuck knows why. I'm just.
That's literally what. That's like my actual commentary. I felt like I was listening myself. That's exactly what I do.
Swear on YouTube.
Yes, that's why I'm not gonna be able to get monetized very much.
Well, who cares, bro? Just keep.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I don't, like I said, I don't care about the monetization. Like, I'm just trying to grow as much as humanly possible. So, like, and the only, like, I'm trying to be authentic too the whole time. Like, if I was to try and do a stream or a video where I don't swear, I think people would be able to see that it's kind of like something. You know, it's not me. Like, I swear like a lot. So
you just gotta be consistent. Natural. Like, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're. That's the way to grow. Consistency is important. And then once you start doing consistency, once consistency is like the basic step, then you can start focusing on like improving it itself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, you know, like being quicker. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, I'm already thinking about like, well, how I can improve. You know what I mean? It's all about improving, making the content better, funnier. Like, if you're going down the funny route, make it funnier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I just had a tweet about that where like, content creators could kind of get in this trap where like you kind of do the same content that works. Like you find something that works, you just kind of keep repeating that, and that like limits your creativity, right? Because you're always trying to like, you don't want to try something new because it might not get as many views or it might not get as many likes, right? So your creativity gets restricted. So what I'm going to start doing is kind of pull in the opposite direction, where I'm just going to make content, and it regardless, like even if I think it's gonna do poorly as far as metrics go, I still want to create it and just try it. I don't want to be afraid to try anything, because at the end of the day, I am not the judge of the quality, right? It's the audience. So like it's the quality is completely subjective. So I don't want to, I might think something's not that great, but the audience might love it. So I want to try everything and see and then feel it out. And that's also that's how you maximize creativity and kind of find like your gold mine, or whatever, like always kind of growing. Does that make sense?
You have nothing to lose though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Nobody has
like
anything to lose.
if you're not like nothing, like I have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Like I can try.
Nobody does. The upside is always greater than the downside.
Yeah, like no one has anything. Like I feel like even like Ash, like but different for Ash is like because he makes a living off it. Like he has something to kind of lose there. But like for us, like we don't make a living off it. You know what I mean? We have nothing to lose. Like why not just try things, experiment? There's no. The worst that can happen is like your video doesn't just do it quite as well as you want it to do, but you gave it a shot. You got to keep trying, pushing the boundaries. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, and it's the same thing people are doing that are better than you, or like doing the same thing but like better or unique, then you're not going to work. Like one thing I also want to mention is that with YouTube, it's important you go down the right route, because like for example, so one video might pop off for you, but then you replicate it, and then for example that's the only video that will pop off for you all the time. The rest of your videos won't do well. For example, Orange Juice, right? His whole channel is based around challenges and like new stuff coming. Like whenever he uploads, bro, he gets like 200K almost minimum, it seems like, because he like you can upload like touchdown draft and get over 100K views. Like it's ridiculous. Because everyone's like, oh, new challenge, OJ. I've always been OJ for the challenges and stuff like that. That's what his whole audience is built around. But like for example, Bufferetti, like quick cycle challenges. Like every time there's one of them, it's like already, you know what I mean? Like audience has come for that almost, and like every time he uploads that, it's gonna do well. But like with OJ, it's like he's orientated so well his whole channel around it. You know what I mean? Like he could upload like anything in the games that he plays, and it's gonna get views. It's just how well he's like.
He's just really good at YouTube, to be honest. Like he's just one of the guys that he just gets it.
He's put like so much effort into like the quality and like. Yeah, man. Like he doesn't need to be consistent with his quality. Like he's one of the exceptions, with consistency.
But even with those guys, like the big guys, I feel like I almost feel like there's no such thing as too much content, because especially with the way like they could keep doing there's like no such thing as too much content, because like they could keep doing their own thing, like the stuff that's proven to work. But if they just do more on top of that, of like trying different things, it'll either work or it won't work. And just like I was talking about this with Cashman the other day when I recorded that, like the way the algorithms work on a lot of these platforms, like YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, like the way all these algorithms work is that like they could tell if the content is good or not, or if it's well received or not. So like if it's not good content, people aren't going to see it anyways. And if people want to see your content, then they're happy that you're producing more of it. So it's kind of like, it doesn't matter. Like just put out all the content, and people that want to see it will see it, and people that don't want to see it won't see it. It's kind of.
What do you mean by put out like all the content?
Just like everything. Just like don't hold yourself back. Don't put restrictions on. Like don't limit creativity. Don't get stuck in something. Just like if you got an idea, just put it out. Try it. Like who knows? It might.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like just put out, try things. But if you're like. But yeah, like you say, like you've got the right mindset. If you care about money and stuff, you're never gonna get anywhere. Like,
no, it's brutal. Same with Instagram, man. If you're trying to grow an Instagram page and all you care about is likes, you're not gonna grow an Instagram page, because you're gonna have this one number of likes that you're always trying to get to, and you're gonna your creativity is gonna suck, because you're gonna try and it just doesn't work. Okay, I've been meaning to ask this. Wait, actually, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say like I haven't really like invested in Instagram, like looking at likes and stuff, and I need to.
You cut out that. You said you've been meaning to get an Instagram.
Just kind of leave it. Yeah, like I just kind of like leave it. Like to be honest, I don't really look at views and stuff. I just really try to improve my content. Like I'm not too focused on it. I just like it seems to be what most people care about, so I use it as like a statistic to compare how successful my channel is. You know what I mean? But like when I'm having fun, like I don't upload it. I'm not having fun. Like it's not about. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, that's the way to do it. That's 100% the way to do it. But just the question that I've been meaning to ask you, it's like on a relevant topic, right? Like
You're cutting out.
It's a question on the, like, it's a relevant topic here, right? So I think we're both on the same page where, you know, we got to do as much as you can on all the social medias, you know, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. You know, the best way to grow is to do as much as you can on all that stuff and really put the best content out, right? How is it, you know, you might have a different perspective because you're 6 years younger than me. That's weird to say, but you're 6 years younger than me and you're on the complete opposite side of the globe in Australia. So what is your stance on TikTok?
It just looks like a Vine.
So you don't have it?
No, I don't have it. Like I'm just like one of my friends does, but I think it's just kind of like a little quick thing to pass the time with, like, funny videos. You know what I mean? I know, like, that's what, but like that's all I see it as. You know what I mean? Like I don't really see it as like something I need to grow for Clash Royale. Like it's not that type of platform. You know what I mean? If that answers the question.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was looking for. I just wanted to hear your perspective. It's interesting because a lot of people don't know because. Well, I mean, I don't go on TikTok all that much just because I think 90% of it's cringe. But from a business perspective, that's where it gets real interesting because there's north of 500 million TikTok users, which is an astronomical amount, right?
Holy cow.
And the organic reach, you could literally create your account tomorrow, have 0 followers, and post and get 100,000 views. The potential for organic reach on that platform is literally through all of the atmospheres, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm still trying to figure it out because I recognize the potential there, and I'm just like, holy shit. You know, like, I know people from my town that have, like, super mediocre content. It's like cringe, but they have like 50,000 TikTok followers, right?
I've seen that, yeah.
And I'm just sitting there. It's literally like, it's like Vine. Where, like, if you jumped on Vine early, it doesn't even matter, like, if your content's that great or creative. You know, it's kind of just like sometimes a video pops and sometimes it doesn't. And I mean, at the end of the day, exposure is exposure and attention is attention. So even if you could transfer a little bit of that over to Instagram or Twitter, you know, whatever, like,
dude,
at the end of the day, you're just growing
really
yourself.
Coincide well with Clash Royale though, but like,
no, it doesn't. That's what I'm trying to figure out, man. Because, like, if I did TikTok, like, I created my account. I haven't posted anything yet. I don't really know, but like, I don't think
do reaction stuff like my reaction to the balance changes or stuff like that. You know, like how I feel about this.
That's the thing. Like, I to be honest, I've only spent about an hour on TikTok, but like, I need
you do,
to
like, cosplay ones and stuff, like me when I see Royal Giant and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's the kind of stuff. Like, to me, it's cringe though, and like, my brain doesn't like think to create that kind of content. TikTok. So I need to spend more time on it. I need to do more research to see what works there and what doesn't, and I need to see how I could translate that to preferably Clash Royale. But if there's not that much of an audience on Clash Royale on TikTok, then just maybe I do something about gaming or, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, I don't know, but I just saying that, like, I think there's a lot of untapped potential there because as those platforms age up, almost every social media starts young and then ages up. So the primary audience on TikTok right now is, like, I don't know, probably like 13 years old or something. You know, it's a bunch of middle schoolers running around. Wow. It's like super young. I mean, even you're 18 and not that many people have it. Like, I'm 24 and, like, people in my age bracket don't really have it either. But, like, every middle schooler has it. All of them. It's like, it's the place. It's the place to be. And as that ages up, you know, now more people your age and my age start to get it. You know, that's how all the social medias have done it. And then maybe they change the platform a little bit so that way you could upload just pictures. And then all of a sudden it's a competitor to Instagram. You know, like, you see how you kind of look forward. And because, I mean, at the end of the day, you just got to look, as you're trying to grow your brand, you just got to look for where the attention is. And that's basically it. So if there's a shit ton of attention there, but not enough people creating, then you've got some serious room for growth. Exponential growth. So that's, you know, that's just on my radar.
Definitely for TikTok, but yeah, it's just, you'd have to be the pioneer though. It would have to be general TikTok view. It wouldn't have to just be Clash Royale because you're not going to grow otherwise. Like, you'd have to find something almost relatable to Clash Royale people especially, but also the general TikTok public. So, like, it would have to be funny enough to make people laugh without getting the meme, like, almost in a way. So it's like, my reaction when Supercell releases a broken card, and it could just be something really funny. People are like, oh, the reaction's funny, I'll upvote that. Like,
yeah, dude, I take that back. I have one video idea, and I don't know how I would do it. I don't know how, like, you record things on TikTok or whatever, but, like, you know how whenever you boot up the game, it does, like, the loud ass music. Like you could definitely do something where it does like the Supercell like sound or whatever. You could definitely do something with that where like you boot up your phone and then you show yourself and it's like, oh, you know, like something super cringe. But like I think it would hit because the amount of people that know that Supercell sound, even from Clash of Clans or whatever, I think it's the same sound on both games. But I think like that would be that. I think that could pop.
You could have like it comes up, and then you could have like the ground shaking and like you could see birds like flying away and like water flying out of the
just something like that. You know, like I think that would do well, and I think that would be a lot more
funniest shit, bro. Like you put that on every social media, especially TikTok.
Yes,
like, you don't even need to put that on TikTok. Put it on.
Dude, I swear to God, if I go on TikTok tomorrow and see that video on there, like that's my idea. I'm claiming it right now. I'm going on record. That's my idea. I don't know if anyone's done it or not yet, but that's my idea. 9:55 p.m. 11/12/2019. That's me. So if there's a video that's posted after that time period, you stole it, and I want credit.
Well, you gotta think about it. What are you gonna do? Like,
hang on, you're cutting out. You're cutting out super hard.
Oh, am I cutting out?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a great idea because like everyone knows Supercell. Like it's not very like specific to just Clash Royale as well. It's almost like a chance to build a Clash Royale audience because it's like you're introducing that you play like Clash Royale. People are like, oh, that was funny. I'll follow.
So people that follow after that, will be way more likely to check out my other stuff, right?
Well, I think that should be like the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
like,
that's
I don't think you can gain much attention unless it's really a banger, and I think that is a banger because a lot of people do play Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, other Supercell games, kind of, not really. But like most people have played like a Supercell game at least once, tried it. They know the da-da-da, they know the feeling of dun-dun-dun-dun, like while they're in class. Like, fuck!
Always at max volume.
Yeah, you could have like, I don't know, fucking, what? Oh yeah, where it's like, starts shaking and shit like that starts happening.
Yeah, you just like pan over your desk, the shit's shaking, you pan over and you're like you're like your mom's sitting in the corner and her chair's like tipping over, you know. You could definitely do something crazy. Camera. Oh yeah, it's on the ground right now. But see, even that right there, that was an example.
Content. You guys, you're not gonna get this on any other podcast, all right?
So anyways, yeah, so that's. I just wanted to get your, because I didn't know if TikTok was a little different down in Australia, you know, like if you guys were all on top of that, whatever. Because that was kind of a selfish question. I know it. You know, I'm sure a lot of people are interested in that too, but like that was definitely one of the things I just wanted to get the perspective of the Aussie TikTok.
No, you don't even need to put that shit on TikTok. That's just a great idea.
Yeah,
create that and put it on every social media.
Yes, I probably will be.
I love that idea. You should do it.
I will.
Like,
I'm gonna create it.
Like,
I just don't. I don't know how to create it off the top of my head. I'll figure it out. But yes, that is my idea.
That these excuses, Rozay.
I'm just telling you, I don't know how to do it right in this second. I will figure. My literal minute. Oh my god, you sound like my father, dude. Relax. I was like, my literal next sentence was, "I'll figure it out." But at this very moment in time, I don't know how to.
Now, what?
No, I'm in the middle of a podcast. I'm in the middle of a podcast. Yeah, mate, I'm not going to record the video right now. Stop being a motivational speaker, Kenneth. Jesus Christ.
What are you gonna do about
this is
it?
Not,
Why? Like,
this is not. We're not going down this path, dude. All right, you're turning into like.
Record it. No, you're turning into like. What is the thing you don't understand?
You're turning into like Tony Robbins or something right now. We're not doing this. Just do it. Yeah, I got it. We're not doing this. Okay, I will record the video at my.
Think about like the idea. It's fun to think about. Like
it is. It is fun.
Dun, 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 dun. Like that's the Clash of Clans.
I will record this video at my leisure, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Bro, you could be like, all right, here's a good one. Like the thing comes up, and you like look at your phone, and you make this face like shit, and you know what's about to happen. You just like fly back or something. Like there's infinite possibilities.
I know if I was still in like high school, I could do it, and I'm getting like busted by the teacher. You know, like. You know, something like that, where like the whole class their head snaps. You know, like I got some ideas, but not for right this minute. So stop with your motivational shit. I'm not making it right now. God damn it, it's not happening. I'll make it eventually. All right. Jeez.
No, bro. Like,
stop it. I'm cutting you off. Stop it.
Yeah. Okay. That's that. That's just something.
If I don't make it in 2 weeks, you could steal my idea. How about that? That puts a time limit.
The clock is on. The clock is ticking. 2 weeks.
Yes. I'll figure it out in 2 weeks. That's for sure. Okay. There was a couple questions in chat that I had initially planned to ask you, and then I lost them. So I don't know if you saw them earlier and remembered them, or if there's anything you just want to talk about right now.
Yeah, KFC seems like the classic Aussie high schooler. Why? Why do I seem like the classic typical? What's a typical Aussie high schooler?
That was my next question. I don't know what the is there like a stereotypical Aussie high schooler like.
What is a typical Aussie high schooler, dude?
I don't know. I don't know.
Immediately.
Oh, Mixer. That's a good topic. Thoughts on Mixer? Hot take. What's Mixer? Go.
It's another streaming platform. Haven't used it personally. Don't give a fuck.
All right, cool. That was a good hot take. Yeah,
that was great conversation. No, but like, why use Mixer?
I know, because there's the thing that makes Twitch great is the community, right? And there's a shit ton of viewers. That's just where the attention is. But let's just say the attention. Let's just say that Mixer continues to buy out streamers, and they just have like dozens of high-profile streamers over there. It's still not gonna. It's gonna take a long time before Mixer's a true competitor. A very, because they gotta build a community over there. Because from what I understand right now, I haven't been on Mixer for more than 10 minutes, but from what I understand, even when like Ninja goes online and he still gets his 5 to 10K or whatever he's pulling now, like once he's done, those viewers don't go to like other channels. Like they just get off Mixer. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
really?
like, yeah, and I mean I'm sure some of them do, but like just generally speaking, I'm sure the trickle down is not anywhere near as great as it was on Twitch.
So you're saying there's more of a community in Twitch than Mixer? Is that your point?
Yes. However,
don't translate.
That could change. 5 years goes down the road, maybe Mixer has a little bit of a community. They might become a player. I mean, who knows? But it's gonna take years for them to become like a true player in the game. Especially because I think YouTube Gaming, they just poached Courage JD. I don't know if you saw that, but like if they poach a few people, and I mean YouTube, I think YouTube could take over Twitch if because they've got obviously like their like traditional YouTube videos, which Twitch doesn't have any sort of competition against. So if YouTube kind of just like puts a little bit more attention into their live streaming gaming section, I don't know,
YouTube
bro.
could be the biggest.
We might have to jump ship. We might have to go over there. I don't know.
Yeah, bro, I'd be happy to jump ship, but the problem is with YouTube is that it's all like channel. Like they need to change it so that like because if you just constantly stream on your YouTube channel, like your YouTube viewers be like, well, it's probably streaming. I'm not even gonna look at his channel because I get so many pings from it.
Well, hey, I mean, let's just use B-Rad as a test case, right? Like every time he streams, he pulls like a couple thousand concurrents, and he's got what 60K YouTube subs. B-Rad, you know him, minor guy.
Yeah.
Every time he streams, he pulls a couple thousand concurrents, and he's got 60-something K subs, right? So
yeah.
I mean, I think I don't really watch his YouTube videos, but I'm assuming that they do pretty well still. But maybe YouTube has a way where you could configure your notifications to only do live stream notifications and not post it. I don't fucking know.
Well, that's their problem. That's what they need to change. You know what I mean?
What, like just notifications?
They need to make it so that you can have one channel that you can grow on YouTube that is
some people do that
for live streaming.
Some people do that.
What do you mean?
Okay, wait, no.
Does.
No, okay. I thought. Okay, I misunderstood. I know some people that do two channels. One where they do their live stream content, and one where they do.
No.
I misunderstood.
No, YouTube just needs to optimize it for streaming and videos at the same time.
Right.
Like it needs to be somehow like. It just needs to be revamped, dude. Like I don't know how. That's what YouTube needs to figure out. It's not obvious. You know what I mean? Like they need to make it. They need to make the format like kind of like Twitch is like formatted for streaming. They need to have like a section on YouTube for that, but they also got to have like your YouTube channel. They like got to have it kind of like combined but not combined. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So that way they can still be in the same place, but they're not blended together. Like because like if you look at B-Rad's YouTube channel right now, it's cluttered with all of his live streams and his videos. They're like mixed together.
It just
you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I think that's a simple fix, right? So let's just say 6 months down the road, YouTube fixes that. They start getting some emotes because like one of the things that's good for Twitch is like their emotes, like Kappa and stuff like that's
dude.
That's like powerful stuff. People really yes. So let's just say YouTube starts getting some emotes. YouTube starts getting some emotes. Like YouTube, man, I might have to jump ship. I don't know.
Well, it's just like Twitch feels like it's run by like us. Like it almost feels like we've got more power than they do. But with Twitch. But YouTube, it just feels like I don't know. Like, I don't even know what to say. It feels like you've got no control. There's no community. It's just like when you go to, I don't talk to anyone. I just see like spam messages, people ignoring each other. Like, it's not very nice to talk in there. It's not very pleasant. You can't really donate without, like, it's just donating money. There's no bits. There's no like sayings. There's no kappa. There's no shit. Like, it's like a whole kind of. I don't know how Twitch have done that. Honestly, it's just because it's like maybe because it's just meant for streaming. It's like people are just.
And
like,
I mean, you got to keep in mind, Twitch has been doing this. Twitch has been building a community slowly for however long. I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years. However long Twitch has been like a thing, ever since it turned Justin TV from Justin TV. So I mean, it's taken time, and that's really the only answer for the other platforms too. Is it's literally just gonna take time for them to build the community feel. How they're gonna do that, I don't know. I mean, I guess they could kind of just copy Twitch and get some lit emotes and. I don't know.
It's kind of hard though. Like YouTube has to like kind of. It's kind of like because the internet's so unpredictable, but Twitch kind of like has made like a playground for the trolls of the internet as well as like just viewers to come and watch and like enjoy streams. But YouTube just doesn't feel like it can bring like that community together. Place where you watch videos still, and like even when you're watching streams, it feels like you're still just watching a video. There's no like chat. You don't feel like included in anything when you're in the chat at YouTube. I think that's the biggest problem. Like when I come into a YouTube chat, I don't feel included at all.
Yeah, I don't watch many YouTube live streams, but the few that I've been in, and from just like what I've heard from talking to people, is that like the live chat on YouTube streams are like painful to be in because half the people are foreign and don't speak English, and half the people are kids.
Yeah,
it's just like shit, right? So you know, I don't want to. I don't spend a whole lot of time over there, so I don't want to be like the end all be all voice of that. But obviously, that's a problem.
Honestly, with YouTube, I don't know. Like that's just a problem that they need to solve. You know, like we're both acknowledging it's like potential for YouTube just to like get everything in one place, but it's just how they do it is the question. You know, that's like the ultimate problem with YouTube.
We'll see, man. Only a matter of time. It's also gonna be interesting to see how Twitch continues to innovate, because obviously more competition breeds innovation, right? So the more, you know, as Mixer and YouTube starts to poach people away, and they both continue to grow their platform, Twitch is obviously gonna have to do something different too,
as
which is good for us.
And then Twitch tries to compete. Okay, you made like the touchscreen phones, then all the other things start doing it. It's like as soon as the Twitch has got competition with Mixer now, as soon as there's more competition, they start leveling each other up. YouTube's like, all right, you've reached the idea. We can copy that format, implement it to our platform, and boom, now we're the best because we're the biggest. You lose. That is like the I guess that's what YouTube's doing. They're kind of like making a half-assed attempt to like make it a stream platform by like, well, they're like transitioning into it by signing Courage, but like really they're just kind of like building like a basis so that when they do copy the thing over from like the format from the new Twitch or whatever it's going to be, they'll already have some streamers who will be like, oh, this is great. Why doesn't everyone just come along now? Because we've already, like, I've been here for ages, and now this seems so much greater already, and it's like the same, and my content's all here, and I'm, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, YouTube is like the way forward, but they just got to copy the stream platform's format. But if the stream platforms do it so perfectly, it could be hard to copy, you know? It's just.
Yeah. It's also going to be interesting to see if Twitch makes a play to kind of make like, to kind of compete against YouTube, you know, with like the pre-recorded video angle. Be interesting. I don't think that's a tough call.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Happening.
I don't see it happening anytime soon. But I mean, like long term, thinking down the road, I don't know, bro. It's tough. It's tough because YouTube's play is going to be the go-to platform for live streaming and pre-recorded videos, right? So Twitch is going to have to. I don't know if they're just going to disregard the pre-recorded videos angle and go all in on live streaming, because I mean there's only so much you could do to innovate there. At least I don't know, maybe I just don't have the vision that they do. I mean, they're owned by Amazon. I'm sure they'll figure out it's whatever they can, but like it's Amazon versus Google here, and we're trying to speculate like who are we, but it'll be interesting. There's a lot of potential.
It's gonna be interesting though. Like if Twitch shuts down, like our channels just die on Twitch. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, they're not gonna shut down. It's just gonna be which, you know, which one's going to grow faster. You know, maybe YouTube slowly become, over the course of 10 years, becomes slowly more dominant. I mean, who knows? That's why we got to brand. We got to keep plugging, which means That's why follow us on Twitter at RozayGG and at KFC Clash, so that way we can leech off you guys for the rest of eternity, because if our Twitch channels get shut down, if we get banned or whatever, we don't lose contact with you guys, and we can continue to abuse you and use all of your time for views for our own personal gain. Right, Ken?
Yes.
Is that correct? Yes. Okay, that's why we do that. Yes. Okay, we're scheming out here.
I don't know what's more important. Like, this is not a bit off topic. Well, this is back to what we were saying first. But like, I'm just stuck with like the whole balancing content and like gameplay. Like, you have to invest so much time into gameplay, but like I just see that so wasteful. Like, when I could be putting into content, but then the content is improved by the gameplay. So it's just
balance.
It's such a hard thing to get right. I just feel like it's kind of like a niche problem, but like.
Why don't you just record all of your, like, anytime you're playing the game for an extended period of time, let's say greater than 20 minutes, why don't you just record it and then see if that pops into a video?
Because I have to be sitting up in my setup.
Right.
But like,
why don't you just play sitting up?
I just like playing like casually sometimes, you know, like
without the pressure of creating content too, like just.
Yeah, I just like to play the game. You know what I mean? Like, if game when I'm making content, I'll feel like when I'm not making content playing the game, I feel like when I'm playing the game, I'm not being resourceful with my time, and therefore I play less, and I only play when I'm streaming, and I only play when I'm YouTube, and therefore over time I fall down, like I stop playing as much, blah blah. You know what I mean? Like I have to play without making content as well. Like, theoretically it sounds perfect, you know what I mean? Like, ideal world, everything I play I record, everything I play gets seen, but not everything I do has to be seen. Like, only the best of it goes onto YouTube, you know what I mean? That's why it's a video. It's the best. It's what you want to present, you know what I mean? Like, you have standards and you want to keep improving, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
Then you also get into the trap of, you know, you're judging your own content, you know, so like you might not think a video is good or like a game's worthy of being in a video, but
you completely cut out.
Fuck Discord. Holy shit. I'm literally gonna, oh my god, I'm gonna buy Discord Premium and see if that helps the audio. But I was saying, like, you're being, you know, we're gonna circle back here to the beginning, where the audience is the judge of quality. You know, you're putting the subjective judge on your own video quality. You know, you might not think that a game is worth putting into a video, or the video is not worth putting out, or whatever the case may be, but the audience, it might be worth putting it out. You know, they might love it. It might not get as many banging views, or maybe it will, you know, who knows? But, you know, you see, that's where you got to balance it, of letting the audience be the judge of quality, not yourself, you know?
I feel like the audience shouldn't be the judge. Like, if
they are the judge, though.
No. Yes,
you could think you have the greatest piece of content in the world, but if the audience doesn't like it, doesn't matter.
That's where you start thinking, though. That's where it gets like debatable, because like, do you listen to the comments, or do you listen to the high content?
You're cutting out.
In the comments are saying.
You said, do you listen to the comments or what?
It's like, do you listen to the comments, or do you listen to the view count? Like, if the view count is high, you're like, oh, clearly right, I gotta keep doing it. But if you listen to the comments, like, you may not be getting many views. You could be like getting 200 views, and you'll be like, oh, the comments love it, I'll keep doing this, and you just keep getting 200, then 100.
I think it's a balance of both, you know?
But, yeah, exactly. Like, but like, maybe the majority of people who don't comment really love something else, you know what I mean? It just, it's tricky. Like, if you want to,
depends what your goal is. 'Cause, I mean, then again, it's a balance of both. You know, if your goal is to grow and expand to as many people as possible, so then you would wait looking at views a little bit more heavy. But if your goal is to build like a super deep, tight-knit community, then comments might be a little bit more important, you know? So, but I mean, at the end of the day, the correct answer is probably, it's always a balance of both, you know? So you got to look at the view count, and you got to look at what the comments are saying, and then you kind of just factor those in, and then you kind of, you know, the goal is to always kind of just keep climbing up steadily. So it's a balance.
Yeah, that's most people's goal, just to keep growing, I guess. I mean, it'd be a pretty passive goal if you just wanted to like your only goal was to like please the people you're. Oh, actually, you know what? That sounds like a pretty good goal. I don't know.
What? It's please the people that like.
I don't know. I was just gonna say like your only goal is to please like, but that's what I do. Like, my only goal is like please the people I'm uploading for. Like, you know, make content for people I'm uploading. That is what I want to do.
Aha! So it all comes back.
That's it. Yes, it comes. Well, then it comes down to making what you enjoy, not what.
Of course, yeah. So of course, you don't just completely bend at the will of the comments and views, But
yeah.
the balance, the finding the balance of creating content that you like, that the audience also likes, and that also gives you potential to expand your audience. There's the 3 pillars that I guess you kind of got to focus on, and then weight each pillar accordingly, depending on your individual goals. But
pillar, I quickly need to piss. Again.
Okay, I got to piss too, but I've been holding it. You got a small. I thought I had a small bladder. Here, you go ahead. I don't want to hold you.
I'm drinking like a madman because my throat.
I'm on bottle of water number 3, so I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Bro, I don't know. I've got I don't know what's going on. Why my bladder is filling up so quickly? It doesn't actually fill up this normally. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe you're just nervous, dude. Because we're in a video chat and I'm pretty good looking, so maybe you're just nervous.
Yeah, maybe I'm intimidated by your looks. Maybe that's what it is.
That's the only thing I could think. Here, go piss, and then once you go back, we're gonna wrap it up because we've been going for an hour and a half.
All right.
Jesus. All right. Hey, chat, if you guys have any questions right now, we're going to do a quick little Q&A session. I know I've kind of debated you guys like once or twice saying if you guys have questions, type them out now. And then I've blatantly ignored them. But now if you actually have questions, now would be a fantastic time. We're going to wrap it up. We're probably just going to do, I don't know. I say a few more minutes and then we're going to go for another half hour. Like there's... time is not a good thing on this podcast. Like I don't know how to budget time or manage time or estimate time or whatever. It's literally just go with the flow. As I'm sure you guys, if you guys are listening still at this point, I'm sure you're aware that it just whatever direction the conversation river flows, that's the way we go. We're just me and Ken here. We just got our little water floaties on, and whichever way the current takes us, that's the way we're going. We have no control over it. We just go with it. We just lay on our backs and float. It's blissful. Okay, the comments are flowing in. He's got the biggest bladder of all time. He's still going. What tips do you guys have for improving time management? That's a good question. And my time management's not that great. So I don't know if I can help that. At the end of the day, discipline and routine is probably the answer to that question. But I shall retype this then. Is Popeye Clash my mortal enemy? Oh, he's back.
Oh,
I was just reading the chat. Somebody called you Popeye Clash. Is that an inside joke or is that something new?
Nah, we don't have Popeyes here. I've heard it's an American fast food thing.
Okay, I see. Okay, we'll skip over that then. Ask him why he's on a podcast when NSW is on fire. What does that mean?
You cutting out completely. I didn't hear a word you just said.
Ask him why he's on a podcast when NSW is on fire. Kappa. What does that mean? Anything to you? I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna try to find NSW. Could you cut out a little
Yoshi bit? Yoshi committed tax fraud. It's like 5 messages up.
Ask him why he's on a podcast when NSW is on fire. Nice, dude.
What does that mean? Explain, please.
New South Wales forest fire or something. I don't know too much about it. I just
the guy that asked that, he's from Australia too, so that's why
yeah. He probably lives in New South Wales or something. But yeah, I'm in Western Australia, so it's all good over here, bro.
So your country's burning down and you don't care? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. I can bro. If I look out the window, I can see fires, like a fire tsunami coming towards me. I'm just kind of like, I've still got some time, so I may as well just do a podcast, like because what stays on the internet, I'm like buying property, and then I just bolt. So if I can get out of there, I'll have the property. That'll be good because it's like electronic.
Jeez.
So I'll have because like the materialistic shit, like it's all gone. Like if I have this, like thinking ahead, that's it.
Damn, dude. Wow. The real KFC is exposing himself now. Jeez,
yeah,
man's a savage.
Everything's burned here. I know it's all gone. I just need to like bolt to get away from it. Yeah. That's
here's actually a good question. This is actually a good question from the Mario Master 90. I'm gonna modify it a little bit, but the general gist is the same. So Clash Royale is obviously not going to be, like let's just say 5-10 years from now or 2 years from now, whatever it is. Like we're not going to be playing Clash Royale for the rest of our lives, right? So what's your plan moving forward, right? Do you plan to move into other games, would that be Supercell specifically? Do you want to stick into mobile games? Like what's going on? What's the plan for the future? Let's just say 5 years.
5 years, bro. 5 years. Who knows where I'll be in 5 years? I could have quit YouTube. I could be at 100K. I could be at I don't even know. Like, so like if Clash Royale dies, I'll obviously have some sort of a fan base that I can kind of transition with at that point. I'd hope in 5 years' time. It's kind of hard though because the game never really like. Okay, well, let's just say okay, it dies. Well, I'll just like find the next thing I'm enjoying, and like if it's similar and the audience enjoys it, it's like the closest thing to what the audience enjoys and I enjoy. I'll transition into. You know what I mean? Like I'll just upload daily on that. If I can see, like, if I can see that, like, I can see that people are growing in that area, and there's if I can see that there's like prospect and there's like people who are really high in that area and there's like massive potential for growth, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna do a good. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna learn how to edit really well. I'm gonna do my editing. I'm gonna do my best. I got my audience who will already see it. I'm gonna try and be as funny as I can. I'm gonna try and be as good as I can. Whatever. Just do whatever it takes, you know, to like compete and just like keep your audience there and like work your way into that industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So just see where the opportunity leads and then follow it.
Yeah, like exactly. You never know.
Like you don't have the path laid out yet, but you know, just kind of feel your way
it's
through
like
it.
a really theoretical question, so I've got like a really theoretical answer. You know?
Yeah. Okay. I'll give my answer too. It's kind of similar, but it's a little bit more specific. So like, I plan to keep creating content. I plan to go a little bit harder on YouTube. I want to see what TikTok's all about. You know, maybe I could do a little something on that. Who knows? But I want to stick within the mobile gaming space because I think that, like, hey, perfect world, I would love to be playing Call of Duty or Fortnite right now. I would love to be a god at that. I would love to be pulling in thousands of viewers. You know, that'd be, you know, perfect world. However, small creators like us, we can't just hop on Fortnite and expect to compete with Ninja and Tim the Tat. You know, like we can't. It's oversaturated, right? So we can't do that. We can't do the mainstream games. But mobile games, I think the mobile gaming genre as a whole has a lot of room for growth as a new streamer or a new content creator or whatever. Like, you know, that's still not oversaturated yet. So I think we're both kind of just in limbo right now, waiting for the next big mobile game, because there hasn't been one. I talked about this in the last couple of podcasts, I think, a little bit, where there hasn't been a true blockbuster mobile game basically since Clash Royale. So we're kind of just waiting on that. I was hoping Rush Wars would be, but they canceled Rush Wars because it sucked ass.
Yeah, it was bad.
I didn't play it, but everyone said it was absolutely trash. So
it was
kind of,
bad.
you know, I'm hoping that the next blockbuster mobile game, true mobile game, is from Supercell, because obviously that's how we would transition most of our audience. That would have the best transition rate.
That's just like the perfect situation. You know, like a really sick game made by the same company. Audience is happy to transition. It seems to be the better game, and it's just like easy, you know. But the problem is, you have to see like a big YouTuber make the leap of faith, because you want to see them fail first. You know what I mean? You want to see them succeed first. You don't want to be the one that like attempts and like fully commits. You know, you can do one video on it, you can see how it does. If it does really well and you're enjoying it, yeah, go for it. You know, it's just about experimenting, like we said earlier. Like, you don't have to fully commit. You can just try one thing at a time. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's two different approaches. You know, you could go all in and see, you know, high risk, high reward. You know, you could be the first one there before all the big ones.
I'm gonna die like, oh, you cut out, so I didn't hear what you're saying. So it may have sounded like I was talking, but so like it's not like the game dies. Click, it's dead. It's gone. It's
right. It's kind of like slowly.
Yeah,
fades
if you
out.
notice, it's like kind of dying. It's like no, like properly like dying. It's like it's really obvious. That's when you start like trying different stuff, see what works. This doesn't work, then try this. It's like it's not even like a big like leap of faith. It's like you just have to do what you're gonna do and like try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my philosophy on that.
Very cool. Yeah, it'd be interesting, man. I don't know what Supercell's got in store. It's kind of I don't know
Supercell,
I don't know if it's encouraging or discouraging that, because like when they canceled Rush Wars after like a month-long beta, it's like discouraging that they spent all that time developing that game and then just aborted ship.
I know, bro.
And then, but it's also encouraging that they're like they're willing to not move forward with a shit game, right? So if they release something, it's gonna be a banger. And I would hope that means that they also have something else in the works too. That wasn't like, because if I feel like if that was like their last hope, they would give it a lot more leeway. But I feel like they also have something else cooking up if they were like so quick to cancel that, because like they obviously spent a shit ton of money getting the game to that point, and just to cancel it, like they have to have something else in the pipeline to come after that. I would think. I mean, who knows? But wait, what?
Because I
have some insider info.
Yeah. Kind of. I can't really say anything though. Not like it's nothing big. Like it's just like you know, it might be something like maybe in the future that might be happening. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't even know if it's happening at all, but there might be something. I don't even know the game. I don't know if it is coming. I don't know if it's out. I don't know anything. Like, I just know that they might be like onto something, you know?
Interesting.
That's all I can really say. Yeah, like I don't look. I don't know what the game is. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what it is. I just know there might be something. There might be.
You just know that there's something cooking up, but you don't know anything about it.
Yeah. There might. Yeah, I think there's something. I think there is.
Right. Yeah. You're legally obligated to say that you think. You're not. I get it.
Yeah, I think Rush Wars 2 will be a great game, and it's.
You're cutting out. You just literally all of that just cut out, and I'm super pissed because that's exactly the sentence I wanted to hear. Please repeat that so I can hear it.
I was just.
You said Rush Wars 2 will be a great game, but
yeah, Rush Wars 2 will be a great. I was joking. Like the next game's gonna be Rush Wars 2, and it's gonna be fucking.
Oh fuck, dude! I thought you were leaking some shit, and I was like, wait, I want to hear this.
Nope. Definitely not. Yeah.
So wait, so like, was the first part of that true, or you kind of have like a little bit of something, like a hint that something's kind of going on? Like,
you cut out.
I am gonna Discord.
You said the first part of that true, which is yeah.
Okay, so okay, that's good. So I don't know if you could say comment here. I think we should start wrapping up like kind of soon, but like I definitely want to ask you this. I don't know how much you could comment on this, like how your relationship with Supercell, because you have a developer account, right? So you can make your YouTube videos and stuff like that, right? Like what's that look like? What's the status of that? Like, could you speak on that?
Basically, there's basically like a website called there's a website basically. It's like a group chat place with all the content creators that are like partnered with Supercell. Supercell's like kind of cherry picked, generally big ones. Like I'm basically the smallest content creator that's in that chat. You know what I mean? Like,
how did they pick you? Because Buffaretti still doesn't have a developer account. He's at 100K, and you're what is the?
I guess they enjoyed my videos. I think Buffaretti's kind of toxic towards them. Like he makes a lot of like kind of like hateful comments and stuff. Like whether he knows it or not, I think he's well and truly acknowledged it. Like he'll like at them when he's drunk and stuff, and be like, "Look, where's my dev build? I've been waiting 3 days."
Yeah, I get you.
It's all memes, but like they don't and like they'll sometimes fire shots a little bit here. Like they remember it. Like they remember it. It adds up. I'm not saying like I know they remember it, but like I'm sure they do. There's probably a reason.
Of course.
And yeah. So they have like the reason I got chosen is because I just got lucky. Like I was like, I've been grinding. I finally hit 10,000 subscribers in this economy, and they were like, "Wow." Yes, and they commented on my thing, and then they sent me a contract with on Twitter. They sent me a contract like non-disclosure agreement, so I signed that, and then they invited me in, and basically there's a chat with the developers, the content creators for Clash of Clans, all the Supercell games. Like you can join whichever one you want now. It didn't used to be like that, and yeah, that is the relationship, and I have access to the Clash Royale developer build as well. Which is that's a part of it, and basically the thing about the dev build, which makes it like so that once you have it, you can't just keep, you know what I mean? So you just
say that again.
The thing about the dev build is the thing about the dev build is like you can't just like get it and then you're set. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, I got the dev build, because
like they can revoke it at any minute, right?
No. They update it. They make a new dev build. They add all the new shit, and they have to update your dev build using their thing. Yeah, so it's not like you could get the dev build and it's like, I'm set. Like you can't actually get on it without updating it. And I know these CRL players have got some form of the dev build. It's called a demo build or something. It's like I think it's like a crippled version. I've seen it. I've seen it within the dev build. It's like a crippled version of the dev build with like just like being able to play with the new emotes. That's it. Like on their servers, you know what I mean? But that's all it is for practicing for CRL players. But yeah, that's what I have access to. That's like my relationship with Supercell at the moment, which is pretty cool. Oh man, I wish I could say more, but I can't.
Yeah, no, I don't want you to like. I don't want to terminate your contract here by saying too much. Yeah, so I won't pry any farther, as much as I would love to.
Yes.
All right. Well, with that being said, I think that's a decent time to wrap it up. We went for about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, which apparently is going to be the average time for these podcasts. I think all three have gone this far, even though I have literally zero script or anything like that.
I'm gonna tell you, like, I've been feeling like AIDS throughout this podcast. Like, I'd be like, I don't know if you saw my eyes were like properly red, and I was sneezing and stuff. I was like properly, like, I have to go to the toilet. I'm like, I'm properly dying, but now like I feel fine. And it's like we're wrapping up.
I
like,
know, dude.
Great timing.
I could wake you up. I could wake you up, dude. I got that radiation to me, so you just spend enough
No,
time
like,
with me and you feel alive.
Like, I feel like alive again. You know what I mean? Like I just hit that early morning and you've been up all night and you feel like AIDS. But once you pass that, like I feel good again. You know what I mean?
You're getting your second wind, is what it's called.
Yeah, like I'm fully like hyped. You know, like but before I was kind of just like yeah, and trying to think off the top of my head without dying. You know what I mean? But,
now you're getting a little sharp. Hey man, if you want to keep going, I'm down to keep going. You know, it's just you got to start feeding the topics. So, I mean, hey, if there's anything you want to talk about right now, just spew it out there. If there's anything you want to shout out to the audience, if there's anything you want to pick my brain about, if you know. Like the stage is yours, man. We could keep going. We can end it here. Like what? Just
oh yeah, what's your motivation
to like just doing all this?
Yeah. What's your motivation? Like, what got you into it?
I talked about it earlier. I don't want to do the classic 9 to 5 for 40 years and retire kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right.
This is me. This is me following a passion, trying to pursue something to become. You know, to wake up and do what I love every day, basically.
Well, you know how to do that. You're gonna have to start those YouTube.
Oh God, here we go with the fucking motivational.
And you might have to sacrifice the gym.
I already sacrificed the gym, and my health and well-being is going down the drain. Time management. That's what I need. I need time management.
Dude,
we all do.
Dude, I'm pretty sure someone said something about that.
Yeah, that was a question in the chat that I blatantly ignored. You went to the bathroom, so you didn't have a chance to answer it. But I read it out loud. It was like, how do you improve time management? And I was like, bro, I don't fucking know. At the end of the day, for me, the right answer is probably discipline and routine. I guess that's probably the correct.
Yeah, it's routine.
Answer.
Like you know, you just like you wake up at the same time, you go to sleep every day. No, like what? You wake up at the same time, and you go to sleep at the same time every day, and you can do the same stuff at the same time every day. You know, brush your teeth. You know, like.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have to think about it. Like some people like set their clothes out the night before, so that way in the morning they don't have to think about it. You don't spend 5-10 minutes thinking about it. You know.
But like for you, like you may see it as like a bad thing that you got work like 5 days a week, whatever. But, like at least you have like a routine because you know when you're going to be going. You can easily just add something into your. It'll be hard to like get used to it, but once you get into it, it's like it's powerful how much of an effect it will take if you consistently keep it up. That's why I'm saying like it's a really good opportunity because you stream for like 3 hours or whatever, 4 hours. Like Twitch isn't as effective as YouTube for growing an audience, and YouTube takes less time, so it almost makes like so much more sense to like.
I know I'm doing it backwards. Yes. I'm literally doing it backwards. Like, hey, like perfect world, it would be great for me to stream on YouTube and grow there because obviously there's more potential for growth.
Videos, yeah.
Well, both. If I could stream and do videos on YouTube, if I was go back and do it again, I probably would try that first, just because. Although I don't know, because I like Twitch so much. Like I don't have any regrets. I don't want this to sound like
interesting
regrets.
Topic.
you nailed it. You picked the right. You prodded the right cattle. So if I could
topic as well.
Oh, you have another one.
Continue. Yeah. Keep going. I was interested to see.
No, go ahead. Well, actually, I lost my train of thought.
No, you were talking about your motivation, like your YouTube videos, streaming on YouTube.
Oh yeah, right. Like I mean, it would just be interesting to kind of like see how it plays out. Like instead of Twitch, if I pursued YouTube, if that was my main thing, it'd be interesting to see how that worked out. But
I think it'd be a bit dangerous though, transitioning from like YouTube.
Oh yeah, now it's kind of too late now. I don't want to say it's too late now, but like
it's not too late. Nah.
No, that's not what I mean. That's what I mean. That's not what I mean. But like, it would be different starting from scratch on YouTube, like a year ago.
Like it's starting from scratch.
Right. It's just, I don't know. It's just different. All right, here. What's your interesting topic? Let's.
World Finals this year. You're thinking of going. And I live in Australia, and it's an impulsive decision. Why do you think you want?
Like, why do I think I want to go to World Finals? Is that the question?
Yeah. Why are you making this impulsive decision to go now?
I had zero intentions of going, and then several people messaged me asking if I was going, and I never even considered it. I literally didn't even think I was like, it wasn't even a thought that I was going. And then several people asked, they're like, "Yo, you're going?" And I was like, "Oh shit, is this actually like a thing that people are going to, like people care about?" And I was like, all right, shit, I guess, like, literally today, I was like, I guess I'll look into it. So I looked into flights, and they're not nearly as, because I went to TwitchCon in California a couple months ago, and that was like a $1,000 to $2,000 US trip altogether. So I was thinking that it would be similar to that if I went back to California again. But this would just be like a quick kind of 2-3 day thing. and
How,
it's
how
Los
much?
Angeles. It
How
would be
much would it
cheaper.
cost you?
It would
Oh,
be way cheaper. It'd probably be like half of that.
you should 100% go, dude.
That's what
This
I
is
mean.
why.
Like
This bag was telling me this. This is the chance you will meet everyone because
networking 101. Yes.
no, but just because like the houses are in LA, you know what I mean? The team houses, you know what I mean? So like all the teams that even don't qualify will be there. So literally everyone will be there.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like that's kind of like my motivation now. Like it sounds bad, but like
And all the Americans, you know.
yeah,
Like,
no, I actually am like seriously considering going now because like the more that I look at it, on top of it, being like just an interesting and cool experience, like an event to kind of go to and watch, just being able to like meet all these people that I've kind of interacted with online or like I know of or whatever, like have a common interest at least. I think that would be super cool. So I mean, if the money makes sense, then I'll do it. And right now it's kind of leaning that way actually, which I'm shocked to say, but I kind of just had to make it happen and make sure everything lines up. But I think it would be super cool. I think it would be very cool to meet everybody. I think it would be cool to watch the games and all that unfold. So yeah, I think like I think it's realistic. You know, it's this as of this morning waking up, it wasn't even a thought in my mind. And then I read a couple messages on Twitter, and now it might happen. You know, it's crazy.
Same with me, but like it's different for me because guess how much it costs to return flight from me for me.
I don't know. US dollars, probably a couple thousand. Like
Oh,
total trip.
it's yeah. Well, the return flight is 1,000 like 500, 400 Australian dollars
For one way?
for a return. So both ways, yeah.
Oh,
Both
that's
ways.
how okay, so it's a round trip. Okay,
But it's
gotcha.
like just the flying, you know, is 1,400 or $1,500, man. Like
Is that Australian dollars?
Australian dollars, yeah, monopoly money, but like still,
What does
you know
that
what I
equate?
mean?
Do you know what that hang on.
It's like 800 US
Oh, okay. That's still a lot, but it's not.
or 900 US, yeah.
That's still crazy.
But like, it's like, is it worth it? You know, like
that's the thing I'm
it's
trying
such
to weigh right now. That's why I'm trying to see like who all's gonna be there, like who am I gonna meet, you know, that kind
that's
of
the
thing. Like I'm
everyone
trying to.
will be there.
That's why I'm starting to, it's becoming easier and easier to justify now that I know that there's gonna be so many people there and like I almost start to look at it as more of like an investment kind of thing, just with the networking capabilities and all that stuff. Like that it's becoming more of that where it's becoming more realistic and feasible than it was before. Because before I thought of it as just like I'm gonna go watch a show and come home, but now it's kind of seeming like this big event where it actually makes sense to go to. So I mean, we'll see. It's nothing set in stone yet, but
it's such a hard thing for me. Like a big, you know, it's a lot of money, but it would be such a good experience. You know
yeah,
what I
dude,
mean?
that's the
Like,
thing. It's hard for me to say because I don't know your financial situation, but like if you have the money, I think
Yeah.
I think there's no doubting that it'd be super cool. Like because I always try to look at things like if I'm on the fence about something, I like to go on the perspective of in 5, 10, 20 years when I look back at this, will I regret not going? And you know, the more that when I think about it that way, I mean, I almost
money is
always end up
fickle.
going.
Like you will get money comes and goes. Like I'm literally like my whole trip would be paid from YouTube money. So that's why I'm.
I think you're answering your own question here, and you're just looking for me to say go. That's what it
No,
sounds
no,
like.
no. But like that's what I'm thinking about. Like my whole. But like, is it worth? Because like you don't want to just make a rash decision. You know what I mean? Go and it's like you get there and you feel like I have to travel for 24 hours. You know what I mean? Like I'll be on the plane for 24 hours. Like
Yeah,
and then I have to like.
you definitely got to think
And then
about it. I get it.
And the thing about LA is it's exactly the same climate here. Like I would purely be going for relations and the finals, you know. It wouldn't be for anything else.
Hmm.
But everyone's there, bro. Like it's such a cuz like it's pleasant here. My friends are here and they're all off, right? They're all off. They're all on their holiday. So it's really nice to, you know, like see them and stuff, whatever, blah blah blah, just hang out in general. But like this is like meeting everyone and like seeing the world finals, but it just costs like like the price you have to pay, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's so hard to weigh up the options, you know what I mean? Like also like living arrangements, like I sort of I don't know, dude. Like how long would I stay as well? Ah,
Well, I mean, if you're going, you definitely have it. Definitely, like for me, it's not the event is on a Saturday, right? So I'll probably fly out Friday
I
night
know.
and come back The event's on a Saturday, so I'll probably if I went, I'd probably fly out like Friday night and then come back Saturday or Sunday. You know, so it'd be just like a little quick trip, basically like a day trip for me. But for you, if you're going all that way, it would almost make sense to stay a little bit longer, at least a few days, and make like a vacation out of it. I know at least a handful of people are going to be there a few days beforehand, probably a few days after. So I mean, I don't think that would be, you know. Well, I mean, I'm sure all the like a lot of the players will be, you know, and I'm guessing people coming from farther away, like there's the one concrete example that I know, Swood, you know him? Swood. Yeah, he's going. He told me today for sure he's going the 4th through the 7th. So I mean, just I'm sure that's gonna happen. You know, there's gonna be people there. But I mean, if you're going that far, it definitely makes the most sense to kind of make a vacation out of it, even though the climate's the same. But I mean, still, just being in LA, there's a shit ton of stuff to do in LA that you can
it's completely different. Yeah. Man.
I mean, personally, you know, I will always be the guy that encourages, not discourages, no matter what the situation is. So I'm gonna sit here and say, go. Meanwhile, I haven't even bought my own ticket
yet. You just
yet.
muted. All I saw was.
Well, I'm the guy that encourages, not discourages. So I'm gonna tell you to go. I haven't even bought my own ticket yet, so take that with a grain of salt. But just know that it's 50-50 for me right now, and I haven't even really looked into it. So I'll like realistically, I probably am gonna go. I'm gonna say I don't want to commit to that, but like it's the more that I think about it, the more that the more that it makes sense. So
yeah, dude,
that's kind of where I'm at. So I don't know. Maybe I just pushed you over the edge, man. Maybe me going was all you needed to hear. Now you're like, oh fuck. Well, if he's going, then I gotta go now.
Think about it for sure. That's something.
Yeah. Well, the good news is I don't think they're gonna like sell out of tickets. So because I mean on their website, like they have an option to buy tickets at the door. So like I don't know if that means they're not gonna sell out of tickets or like what's going on. But like I'm not in a rush to buy tickets. And I think you could buy like even if they do sell out, like you could buy from people resale. So
of course.
I don't think that you need to like freak out.
Worry about the tickets. Yeah, it's just about like also because the flights are more expensive because it's closer to Christmas. And that just feels like a bummer. But what's it called? Someone in chat said KFC's thinking long-term consistency is key, but you should be consistently doing good stuff. Yeah, I addressed that. I was saying like for Rozay, like, or for anyone, it's just like consistency is like the start, and then like because you're doing consistency, then you can focus on improving the content one step at a time. That was kind of my like overall thing. But yeah,
content strategy, you could call it.
Yeah, that's the content strategy. Consistency is key, and then just keep improving, you know.
That is the squeakiest chair known to mankind.
Oh man.
Well, don't do that now. Yeah, God, dude, everyone's ears are gonna explode when they're listening at max volume because our voices are ASMR to them. But now they're gonna die.
I hear the muted Rozay.
Oh, okay. I'm wrapping this up. Discord is pissing me off. That's all you need to hear. Just know that I lost. Yep. No Nut November. I just lost.
Just know that I've been extremely dead during this podcast. So take, you know.
Yes, 100%. Big props to here. We're gonna start wrapping it up. This is the end of the show. We're gonna start wrapping it up. Just know that our man KFC here literally pulled an all-nighter to be on this podcast, and then somehow managed to make it 2 hours listening to my bonehead. So big props to this guy. At KFC Clash on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and Twitch, everywhere. KFC Clash. Be sure to give him a follow. Stay connected. This dude's real cool, as I'm sure you could tell if you made it this far. You obviously are into us. Anything you want to plug, anything you got going on, anything you want to say, like the stage is yours to wrap it up. Like, what's going on? Let the viewers know.
So daily uploads, YouTube. Going away soon though to Bali. That forgot to tell you that. So that's kind of maybe another reason not to go away. But yeah, so gonna try and daily upload pre-record videos. Gonna try and stream every day, probably almost till I go away, maybe the last day, blah blah blah. And yeah, gonna try and need Rozay to help me out with that Instagram thing. And yeah, gonna try and post daily on that.
Yeah, we'll get you going. We'll get your Instagram popping off. You're gonna be an Instagram model here pretty soon. Start with Clash Royale content, and then you're gonna turn into a just straight up model. Right. Got to start somewhere.
That's
though.
Right. I'll be the next Summer Rae, thanks to Summer Rozay.
You got a wagon? What's going on there, huh? You got a
No,
little
bro,
booyah?
that's not what I meant. I don't have a wagon. Don't give me that shit.
Hey, you know, you never know. All right. I think there's no better way to end it than right there. So with that being said, thank you, Mr. Ken, for coming on and joining me, even though you were on the verge of falling asleep. No, you did. You actually did good. You seemed pretty lively. Had I not known beforehand, I would have never known that you pulled an all-nighter to be here. So yes, thank you everybody for listening or watching if you're on YouTube. Final thing, if you guys are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, be sure to subscribe/follow, and then also drop a rating. That would absolutely mean the world to me.
Drop a rating.
You. Yes, see,
5
you heard it from the man himself. 5 stars. 5 stars or bust. And then also, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. But that's it. That's all I got, man. So if you guys want to stay connected with us, at RozayGG on Instagram and Twitter, and then at KFC Clash on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. So that's it for us. Catch you guys in episode 4. See you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.